Hello, YouTube land again. Okay, as I said in my last video, I think it's important that I come on here and tell y'all some things I've learned about the third eye and taking care of it. Okay, like anything else, you know, we take care of our tools, our crystals, anything that we use in our magic, we take care of them, we charge them, we clean them, cleanse them, and stuff like that. Well, we tend to forget that our bodies themselves, ourselves, is our biggest tool, you know. And I'm not going to go into no health speech because I am by far a health nut. I drink way too much Dr. Pepper and I smoke too much. And anyway, we really need to take care of ourselves in order to maintain a clean balance. Now, your third eye, your pineal gland, I have learned some things about it, and especially for the older witches, because like everything else, as we get older, things start going south. From the wrinkles to the gray hair to our having to pee all the time because of our bladder muscles are getting thin and weaker. Unfortunately, that happens throughout your body as you get older. Things just start wearing out. It's just the way it is. Like on your bones, some women get bone calcium buildups. Arthritis sets in. Believe it or not, your pineal gland, your third eye, things will start happening to it too. So it's my belief that the older witches, more so than any of them, should really take care of their third eye. Pay more attention to it than you did when you was younger. The main enemy of your third eye is fluoride. Yes, the same thing that's in your toothpaste. I don't even know if they make toothpaste without fluoride in it. If they do, that would be my suggestion. Even though you don't use very much of it, you'd be surprised how little it takes. And over time, some people brush their teeth 3 times a day, which is a good thing, but it's all that fluoride builds up on your pineal gland and it doesn't work as well. Like anything else, it gets a buildup. So the main thing that you need to do is completely eliminate fluoride as much as you can. And unfortunately, it's in a lot of our water. In fact, some places have too much fluoride in their water. But anyway, I know there's nothing you can do about that. You could use one of them. They've got distillers. You can read on your bottle of water, I guess, if you drink bottled water, what all's in it and how much. But there's no way that you're going to be able to completely eliminate all the fluoride. So I ran across a lady the other day who was watching her, and her name's Teal Swan. She's really good. She's really intelligent. I don't think she's a witch. I'm not sure what she is, but she does a lot of videos on self-help. And anyway, I like listening to her. She is very intelligent in the things that, and you can tell she's done her research. So I've written down a few things, and then I've kind of added my own medical experience and smarts to a few things that might be helpful. I am by no way an expert. I'm not a doctor or a scientist or anything like that. But I do have some medical knowledge. Okay, what you need to do is make sure that you have selenium in your diet. Okay, selenium is the enemy of fluoride. So right there, you've got something inside fighting with you also. There's selenium in mushrooms. I love mushrooms, broccoli, asparagus, tomatoes, or you can take selenium tablets. Now, once again, ask your doctor. I don't know that what it would mess with right off the top of my head. I'd have to go get my medical book, but ask your pharmacist if you're taking any prescription meds. You know, maybe you already taken multivitamin with selenium in it. I don't know, but you need to make sure that it's okay for you to take the supplements instead of eating these foods. Tamarins for your thyroid, because the fluoride goes throughout your body. So just to get a whole cleansing of the fluoride, that's what these ideas are for. Your thyroid, you could use iodine. Iodine gets rid of fluoride in your thyroid system. Really, the only thing I can think that has iodine in it that's absolutely wonderful is it's seaweed from the Atlantic Ocean. You can do research on that. Anyway, boron. Take boron. Keeps the fluoride from building up in your bones and your joints. That's your almonds, dates, avocados, raisins, prunes, hazelnuts. Some people have even used borax, like 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon to a liter of water, and you just sip it throughout the day. But that's only for short term. You know, if you have a really bad buildup and it's really causing you trouble, you can do this just for a little while. So there's some things that you can eat, you know, take internally that will help you get rid of the fluoride, and that'll stop it from calcifying and, you know, on your third eye, on your pineal gland. Now, your other foods and your herbs. We all know that our wonderful herbs are, you know, magical in so many ways. Parsley, rosemary, eyebright, calendula. You can put those in your food, you know, use them more often. Blueberries, goji berries, raw cacao, lemons, raw apple cider vinegar. And I know a lot of people that drink that. Wasn't sure exactly what they drank it for. Lavender, mugwort, poppy seeds, grape juice, blue-green algae. Now, the iodine you can get in supplements too. It's usually around 500 micrograms. But once again, talk to your doctor. If you're on any other medications, research it. Make sure you know it too much, because too much of anything can hurt you. You know, our bodies need minerals and vitamins, but Like we can't live without iron, but you take too much iron, it can kill you. Potassium, your heart needs potassium to function, but if you take too much and you have too much potassium in your body, it can cause you to have a heart attack. So you have to have a balance. You don't want too much. You just want to make sure you have enough of everything. Ginseng, chlorophyll, your foods with chlorophyll in them. When I think of that, I think lettuce maybe. Chlorophyll is usually a plant, or I'm not going to go into a scientific thing, but most of your green leafy stuff would have chlorophyll because that's the color that's what makes it green, I believe. It's been so long since I took biology, I forget. But anyway, honey, coconut oil, you can cook with it. Hemp seeds. There's a bunch of things that you can do to help fight off the buildup of the fluoride in your body. A few ways to that you can detox. Now, turmeric in the other countries and maybe in the United States, I'm just learning about all this myself. A lot of them will rub turmeric right here, where your third eye is, before they go to sleep. Of course, that's going to stain your forehead if you know what turmeric looks like. It's kind of an orangey, red-orange color, and whenever you put the powder, I'm not sure exactly how they do that. They would have to probably moisten it just a little bit and make a tiny paste for it to stay on your face while you sleep. I don't know. That's just something I probably wouldn't do. But since they talked about it, I'm going to go ahead and that's why I'm telling y'all. Hairy talkie powder, which I had never heard of. It's 1 teaspoon, and you just take the teaspoon. Evidently, it's a powder, and you just take it right quick and wash it down with water. The reason I wrote this down, I had never even heard of the powder, but it raises your O2 levels as you sleep. So when you wake up in the morning, you feel like you've had a better night's sleep and you're more refreshed. And since how, I have a heart issue, then I wrote that down because I'm thinking, oh, that'd be awesome because I don't have very good circulation. So I don't know if I can stomach it though. But once again, before you ingest anything, something that you're not familiar with, something you don't know too much about, you research it. Especially if you're taking any prescription medications, because you don't know. Like me, I'm on a blood thinner. Well, I don't want to take anything that possibly might have blood clotting factors in it. It could kill me, cause me to have another heart attack or throw a blood clot off somewhere else, So you want to make sure that you research all your stuff. Now, this next one's an interesting one. They say you can take a slice of onion, not extremely thin, but not really thick either. Just a slice of onion, and put it on the bottom of your feet at night when you sleep. I guess you could put it on there and tape it on there with something, and then maybe put socks over. I'm actually going to try this. I told my husband I was going to do that, and he's like, "What?" He said, "Oh my." He said, "Now I'm going to just sleep with an onion." It's like, well, you said you liked onions, so anyway, I'm actually going to try that. And they say keep doing it until when you get up in the morning and you take that onion off, and you smell of it, and you can actually smell the fluoride in the onion. It just smells like toothpaste. And you keep doing that until you don't smell that anymore. Isn't that interesting? Pretty neat stuff. Um, but, those are some things that you can do. There's oils, um, essential oils that you can use for this. I'm not really sure how I'm not really sure how this would work. Um, but they say vanilla, bay leaf, pine, jasmine, nutmeg, myrrh, any kind of fruit oil, angelica, frankincense, elderberry, almond blossom, juniper, monkshood. But she said be really careful how you use that. Just forget I said monkshood because I don't want to be responsible for anybody using it because um, that's wolf's mane. So, and it's very poisonous. So I don't even know why she put that in here, but Palo Santo and Manuka, China aster, rosewood, sandalwood, and clary sage. Now, these are all essential oils. Now, I'm not really sure how those fit in with doing something like that because you don't want those essential oils. They're not a topical medication. Um, and essential oils don't have the essence that a topical med would. Um, your epidermis would stop that from completely soaking through into anything else. Does that make sense? In other words, I wouldn't want to put the essential unless it's just something to do with while you're meditating. That's the only thing I can think, and I don't remember her saying. Um, I think they would be used in meditation. Put on your pulse points or burn as a in one of your oil burners. I think that's pretty much what she says. I don't think putting them on your skin is going to help your third eye. But I'm just an expert in doing spells. I don't know much about what in my body makes them work, but I'm learning. But anyway, there's some minerals. Now, I wouldn't talk about. I'm not talking about ingesting these minerals by no means, and neither was she. The best one, and it's I'm talking about wearing them or keeping them on your person like you would any other crystal. Moonstone. That's the best one, she said, for your third eye. Um, she also mentioned opalite, opal, moldavite, tanzanite, iolite, the Herkimer diamond, labradorite, blue and purple fluorite, pedalite, sapphire, and some sodalite stones. She said she's seen some of them, work miracles with the third eye, just boom, real quick, and then some not do anything at all. So that's an iffy one. But there's some things that you can do and use because, like I said, now a lot of us sometimes, and especially as you get older too, and maybe that's what I'm just doing a hypothesis here. We are just figuring out, well, witches have known for centuries and centuries. They might not have known exactly what medical reason or medical thing going on in their body that gave them this insight, or they were just kind of born using it. or just somehow learned. I'm not sure how all that happened, but maybe, as we get older, there's a reason it calcifies or it's used up. Maybe we're not supposed to know too much yet. I don't know. It's just a good thought. I like to philosophize. Um, it's like it just kind of shuts off. It's like, okay, you had enough, because the more you've used it throughout your witchy years, or anybody for that matter, you don't have to be a witch to use your third eye. Um, you begin to see more, and you begin to notice things without even trying. Now, sometimes that cannot be a good thing. I, from my experience, sometimes wish I could just shut it, turn it off. And I have learned lately little ways of actually doing that. Um, the old saying, I turned a blind eye to it. I think that has something to do with third eye. It's like, okay, I'm not going to see it. I willed myself to see things and to open it. Now I'm willing it to close. Because sometimes it really becomes a pain in the butt. You get tired of seeing things and knowing things, and all the time, 24/7, and it takes a toll on your body, which can cause headaches. If you've been using and exercising your third eye a lot and you start to have headaches, this is probably why. And I'm not talking about just the little pressure that you feel when it's activated. I'm talking about major headaches. Chai tea, best stuff. Um, you start to see things all the time, and when you constantly can't look at somebody without seeing their aura, it becomes a pain in the butt, because everything just looks neon. Have you ever been swimming and the chlorine in the pool got in your eyes, and you look at a light and all you see is the rainbow around the light? That's kind of what it's like. It's a pain in the butt sometimes. Like, I just want to see somebody, in their normal form. um, or, spirits coming to you, or hearing things all the time. It can drive you a little crazy. Um, you can, you can, you can experience a lot of vertigo. I do that. That's one of my main side effects of overuse of my third eye. I mean, I literally walk around like I'm drunk. My husband would be going, "Do you need me to walk with you?" I mean, that's how bad it is. I will go to turn around and I'll just go backwards, or something like that. Pain in your neck and in your spine. Um, that's when you need to relax it a little. You know, um, you can have things start going on with your skin. Acne that you never had before, or maybe a form of psoriasis or some kind of itchy thing, on your skin. There are several different side effects of using that third eye too much. Um, you'll notice that noises, you become way more sensitive to noise. Especially somebody that talks really loud will get on your nerves really quick. Loud music, sudden bangs. If somebody slams the door, you jump out of your skin. Well, I do that all the time. It's like, what was that? My husband's learned when he walks in a room, he'll say, "Baby, I'm in here." I'll say, "Okay." So if I'm standing up here doing dishes and he comes in the living room, I don't turn around him there, and it startles me. Um, Another thing that I've noticed is and it's the weirdest feeling, because I'll be laying there in bed And I'm not sure if I'm in that realm between wake and sleep, you know, to where you can start to astral travel, or, you know, you're not asleep, but you're not awake. I have heard just this bang, this loud pop that literally just wakes me all the way up. And I'm like, what was that? Did somebody slam a door? What was that? You know? And after several times of that, I have found that it's actually happening just in my head. And that's scary as hell. It's like, what was that? Did part of my brain blow up? What happened? Because it's just a pop, real loud. Well, it's like right in the middle of your brain, right where your pineal gland is. It seems to be in between your ears, and just pow, literally pow. And it's like, what the hell was that? Well, overuse of your third eye. It needs to chill out for a while. Um, Also, another thing, I'm not a sunbather, and I don't recommend anybody going out and looking at the sun. Do not do that. Okay, do not go in the middle of the daytime and sit and stare at the sun. It will blind you. But like at sunrise, when it's just starting to come up, or sunset when it's almost all the way down, and it doesn't hurt your eyes when you look at it. That's also another way to cleanse, purify, and how do I explain it? Rejuvenate your third eye. As I explained in a video before, um, the third eye is extremely light initiated. It turns on and off by light. If you're looking at the sun, then more than likely you're closing that third eye, because light is telling it to shut off. Okay. It's active at night. In total darkness is when it wakes up. It sees. So if you're looking at the sun, to me, it would be relaxing that third eye, giving it a rest, you know, and maybe that'll cut down on some of the headaches and stuff like that. And if that doesn't work, then maybe you need to detox, you know, get rid of all the poisons and all that floating around. But anyway, a lot of that came from, as I said, Teal Swan, and she's a really good teacher. She's really smart in what she does. You just have to watch her, because like I said, I'm not really sure. I know she went on a shamanic journey for 3 years, and learned a lot of stuff. But I'm still not sure if she's a witch. She had never said she's an empath, but I'm not sure if she's a witch. But either way, you can learn something from her. She's really smart. She's really good, and she teaches well. She teaches it to where you can understand it if you're interested in something like that. But she's more in self-healing, self-help. She's written a book. But anyway, and then some of it I threw in from my personal knowledge of just the medical part of it. But anyway, take care of that third eye, because us older witches, you know, we need it. You can probably still do a lot of things without it, but not like you're used to doing. So take care of it and take care of yourself. And I thank y'all for watching me. If you like my channel, like and subscribe, and I will be doing some more videos. Thank y'all. Have a nice night.